Hey, welcome back to No Hype Beer Reviews. Unless it's your first time, then welcome. Please consider subscribing. If you do, hit the notification bell, get all the updates. That's it for today's video. The beer's courtesy of Nerd Sense. Thanks so much, guys. I really appreciate it. Make sure you guys check them out. I will link to their website in the description box below, or you can just search Nerd Sense, or you already watch them because you're cool. I don't know. A lot of choices. This is Idle Hands, and it's oak-aged double Crossroader. It's an imperial stout brewed with 100% real maple syrup, 13.3% ABV, and I believe it just hit the 3-year mark. It's really smushed together. I think it's 128.19, and then I looked online, and it does look like it came out in at the end of January 2019. So I'm pretty sure that is right. But if you can correct me, feel free to do so in the comment section below. Our American Stout. Oh, does it have tasting notes? Yeah, I will. Well, whatever. I kind of saw them anyway. I'll just read them. Let's see. Our American Stout amplified, then turned up even higher with the addition of real maple syrup and further aged on oak. A decadent ale with aromas of toasted coconut, maple, fudge, and flavors of burnt sugar, espresso, and vanilla. Vanilla, huh? Get into I forgot to say it's Saturday, and on Saturdays I do Cellar Saturday, where I drink something off the shelf instead of it just being in the background. So yeah, really excited for this one. I had it much fresher than this. I did not rewatch my review though. Actually, I don't remember. I mean, with a stout with maple syrup with some oak aging, I'm sure I liked it. I love maple syrup in big stouts and aging on wood, but I don't remember this. I remember having this specific beer. I just don't remember what I thought of it. If I think of it, I will link that as well somewhere. It's pretty darn dark. Yeah, a little bit of brown in there, but it's pretty darn dark and black. About, I don't know, 3/4 of a finger ahead at this point, maybe a full finger when I first poured it. Spot on mocha. Yeah, actually maybe a little light. Small bubbles, like compact bubbles, not nitro, and certainly not breaking up into like medium-sized bubbles. But yeah, definitely looks like a bigger stout. Given the ABV, the barrel aging, I guess, I don't know, maple syrup probably wouldn't kill the head necessarily. I'm just surprised the head has retained as well as it has. Is the short version of that. A little bit of legs, nothing too crazy. Let's get into that aroma. I do get the oak, and then there's like a little pop of roastiness. Man. So, what was that? Maybe this past Tuesday or 2 Tuesdays ago, if you're watching this when I post it on Saturday, I had posted also from Sean from Nerd Sense some Bourbon County, some coffee from Dark Matter that was aged in a used bourbon County bourbon barrels. And when you open that bag, you get this like unmistakable barrel note, and it's just really interesting. Like, part of me was like, oh, it's a mix of bourbon and oak, and I agree with that. But then to have something that's not bourbon barrel aged, but just oak, I don't get any spirit. I know that's like the most obvious thing, but like to kind of just get oak is I'll say refreshing, but just like from a point of view of like someone who drinks a lot of beers or talks about them and all that, it's kind of nice to just be like, oh yeah, that's what oak on its own can bring. Wow, way longer to explain that than it needed to be. But yeah, a little bit of roast, you get that nice woody, oakiness. There is some sweetness there. I'd be lying if I said it was maple syrup specifically. But there's like this really nice syrup, or a really nice sweet quality to it. A little bit of chocolate, so maybe even more like Hershey's syrup than like maple syrup. But yeah, it smells really good. Let's get into the taste. Cheers. Thanks again, guys. That's good. Wow. I often wonder, with maple syrup and beer, does the sugar just kind of ferment, and then, was it even worth using maple because, you don't retain a lot of that maple, or can you? I don't know if it's just the oak but I am getting this like maple-y wood thing. So it's probably, I guess it could be a combination of those two things. But like the aroma, well, actually the aroma I didn't get any maple. I could see about, I don't know, about 3/4 of the way through the sip, I kind of got like whispers of maple. Little bit of warmth and alcohol, like ghosts of alcohol in my chest, not on the palate. Some really nice chocolate in there, relatively sweet, but then you get some roast, and then you get some of the alcohol, and you get some of the oak tannins, and that helps, you know, dry out the sweetness, so you get a little bit of a balance there, complexity. It takes you a little bit on a ride, which is nice. I mean, you saw from my initial reaction, like, it also just tastes really freaking good. Excuse me. Really, yeah, the flavors are melded together so nicely. Big milk chocolate, Hershey's chocolate syrup with a little bit of even a dark chocolate mix in, so you're getting a bunch of different kinds of chocolate. You know, they're saying espresso. Wait for it. They're saying vanilla. The roastiness to me isn't enough to go espresso or coffee, but like, it is, you know, there is a nice roasty element, which I really appreciate about this beer. Vanilla, I'm not getting much vanilla, and I'm actually kind of impressed how much specific oak tannins I'm getting, and really enjoying that part of this beer. But yeah, you can, and again, I don't remember what I thought when I first had this beer fresher. This has to be more melded, cohesive. Yeah, individual distinct flavors, but still all super, super enrolled in one another. Wow, I'm impressed. I'm really impressed with this beer. It's delicious. Seriously, make sure you check out Nerd Sense if you haven't already. They'll be in the description box below. Once you're done doing that, make sure you check me out on Instagram and Untappd. It's No Hype Beer Reviews at both those places. So please like, comment, subscribe, and most importantly, imbibe. Cheers, everyone.